The following is a presentation of WPIX Sports, winner of the Emmy Award for Outstanding Sports Coverage.
Holy cow, what a shot, and that's going,
This is New York Yankees baseball, live on the WB Channel 11.
From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, WPIX Sports presents New York Yankees baseball. Today, the Yankees face the Milwaukee Brewers. The starting pitchers for today's game are Scott Carl for the Brewers and Andy Pettitte for the Yankees. Hello, everybody. I'm Bobby Mercer, along with the Scooter Phil Rizzuto and Rick Cerrone. Happy Independence Day, July the 4th, 1996. But the big story around Yankee land is the signing of Darryl Strawberry. The Yankees re-signed Darryl Strawberry yesterday, and this is a clip from last year, 1995, a single by Strawberry. But more importantly, I think the Yankees are going to be looking for the power. And in the Independent League and the Northern League, playing for the St. Paul Saints, 18 home runs in 39 games or 28 games. So power is on the side of Darryl Strawberry. And Scooter, is it a good deal or a bad deal for the Yankees?
I think it's a good deal, Bobby, because Sierra's slumped a little bit home run-wise, and I think Darryl would come in and give him a spark.
All right. Well, Rick Cerrone, tell me when Darryl is actually in Columbus today to play for the Columbus Clippers, a AAA affiliate of the New York Yankees. But what happens when Darryl Strawberry is ready and he comes on? Who has to go?
Well, actually, Bobby, that's a good question because the Yankee 40-man roster is right now full. They're going to have to take somebody off the roster. Could be Jorge Posada, who has to be sent down to make room for Strawberry, but somebody from the 40-man will have to come off.
All right. Well, the Yankees, a week ago, they had a little bit of a different opinion. It was no interest. In fact, Bob Watson said it 5 times, so our Rick Cerrone had a chance to catch up with Bob Watson, along with Joe Torre and Doc Gooden. Here's what they had to say.
Our situation here at the big league level is a little changed. You know, we brought in Aldretti. We're trying to find some power off the bench. I've had scouts over there watching him. The guy's done a heck of a job over there. What did he have, 18 home runs in 26, 27 games? And, you know, we're going to bring him in to try to provide some power out of the DH slot, occasional in the outfield. But I think the other thing, too, it might have some friendly competition with Ruben Sierra.
With Darryl out there as pretty much a free agent, this seemed like probably the easiest thing to do. And, you know, knowing what his ability was at one time and what our reports are, you know, we look forward to seeing this. I'm really curious because the one thing that we haven't had, Rick, and you know as well as I have, you're up in that booth, is we haven't had that one guy to come to the plate that is a threat to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
I'm happy for him. You know, I know we went to Minnesota to play. You want to at least hear rumors that he's going to come here, and that didn't happen. I thought the chance was, you know, pretty long shot. But then to see today that, you know, they actually signed him and it's a shot that we're going to play together, I'm thrilled for him because I remember when he left to go to the Dodgers, my wife told me that he had signed with the Dodgers. You know, you get watery-eyed because I did play the guy a long time, and to have him come back and to get the news there, you get watery-eyed. But it's a different time around, so I'm just happy for him and looking forward to seeing him.
Stay with us. We're going to have the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Yankees coming up right after this, and we'll talk more about the Darryl Strawberry story.
As they head into the All-Star break with a big 4-game series against the top Milwaukee Brewers. Thursday, July 4th at 1. Friday night and Saturday night, the 5th and 6th at 7:30. And Sunday, July 7th at 1:30. On the 7th, all fans in attendance will take home a Yankee cap, compliments of Fleet Bank. Get your tickets now at Yankee Stadium, Ticketmaster, and the Yankees Clubhouse stores. Be there when the Bombers bash the Brew Crew. We'll see you at the stadium.
Oh, nice response on July 4th, Independence Day, of the national anthem. There's the color guard, and makes you feel proud to be an American. New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. This Bud's for you. By the Money Store, where you can refinance your home and consolidate your bills with just one phone call. By Hertz, for business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. And by Nobody Beats the Wiz, for state-of-the-art home electronics, computers, cameras, music, movies, and more. Nobody beats the Wiz. Little overcast day, and on the mound, we forget we're talking about Darryl Strawberry so much. Andy Pettit, 12 wins, 12-4 on the year. And he's on turn, Scooter. He could be the starting pitcher in the All-Star game, going to his first All-Star game.
All right, let's take a look at the lineups brought to you by Dodge. And for the Brewers, it'll be, well, here we are. Fernando Vina leads off. Kevin Seitzer hitting second. Greg Vaughn third. John Jaha will be batting the cleanup spot. Matt Miske, Jeff Cirillo, Jose Valentin, Dan Perez, and Mike Matheny. And the defense. Gerald Williams in left, Bernie Williams in center, Paul O'Neill in right. Boggs, Jeter, Duncan, Martinez in the infield. Leyritz doing the catching. He has been catching for Pettit right along, hasn't he?
Very last year, especially this year, he's 8-3 with Leyritz behind the plate.
All right, Pettit, what do you got to say about him?
Pettit, great pickoff move. If you're a Brewer, stay close to first. Anchor that foot on the bag if you can.
All right, I thought that they were going to give Pettit another day rest, but they're going to give Gooden another day's rest.
With the rain out yesterday,
yep,
Gooden actually could use the rest. He said he's suffering a little bit of a dead arm. Pitchers go through that when they midway through the season, so the extra day will help Gooden.
All right, there he is.
Yeah, he's nodding. He must be listening to us.
All right, the first pitch is high. Ball one. Pena batting .313, 4 homers and 24 runs batted in. It is overcast right now, but it's a very pleasant day. And there's the strike, 1-1, and as Cerrone told you, happy 4th of July, the 220th birthday of the United States, and also George Steinbrenner, not quite that old, but happy birthday to both the United States and George Steinbrenner. And all the other birthdays on July 1st. Strike 2. I'm going to call the pitches today, see how many I'm wrong on, all right?
Well, you actually have Durwood Merrill behind the plate. It's a little bit easier with Durwood. He'll call it a little quicker.
Yep.
Nowadays, here's a curveball, very infrequently used by Pettit. Really likes that cutter he's gone to more.
And up the middle, a base hit. Now was that a cutter? Or
that's the cutter. It's actually a true slider to me.
It is, and he reached out and timed it perfectly. Gets himself a single to center field.
Talking to Lamar Johnson, the hitting instructor of the Brewers, they're hitting .291 as a team. Scooter, this is that cutter you're talking. It's like a little slider.
Yeah.
Cuts away from the left-hand hitter. But Lamar Johnson really gives an awful lot of credit to Fernando Vina. He says he's been getting on base. That's 49 times in the last 51 ball games he's able to get on base. He sets the stage along with Kevin Seitzer for their big bats in their lineup.
They've scored a lot of runs this year. They are really hitting the ball and scoring runs and pitching a little low. There's a strike on the inside corner to Kevin Seitzer, batting just a mere .356, 9 homers and 43 runs batted in. I don't know whether he was picked for the All-Star game or not.
Was not. He overlooked having a real good year for the Brewers.
Struck a little off that Knicks. Oh, the bat came in. He gets hit a lot. Now, why would he get hit more than other guys? I guess he comes up too quickly, maybe, huh? Watch the bat come around and hit him. Ow!
Try to keep that hand back there if you're a catcher.
Nothing in 2 the count. Did you ever get creamed with a swing around bat?
A couple of guys let you know. Watch out for the backswing. You stand a little bit further back than normal.
On the head? Oh, there was a perfect. Phil almost.
You got hit a couple of times on the, but you wear batting helmets. You know, you wear the catcher's helmet.
Doesn't help sometimes, Cerrone.
So I mentioned Pettit's move. He's picked off 8 guys this year. They know he's got a great move. The thing that makes Pettit so special is that he stays the same whether he throws it to first or home. He's got the same pattern.
Got him! Holy cow! 3 pitches. And he is a dangerous man up there. That's a big strikeout. He did not throw him the same pitch twice. This is a dandy.
Did not throw him a fastball that at bat. Went to the breaking ball in the dirt. He threw him a changeup second pitch. Seitzer's a very good fastball hitter. He likes to take it to right center field. Here's the guy that's been carrying. I mean, he's back to his old self, Greg Vaughn.
I know he has several years where it almost looked like he was ready to pack it in, but this year, batting .297, 24 homers and 75 runs batted.
And for all the young players out there, Little League players, they all start on the tee. They play T-ball.
Right.
Greg Vaughn talks about working back this winter on the batting tee.
Yeah,
to straighten him, got himself going, takes it now religiously on the road. And, I mean, that's good for kids to hear because you know how little leaguers are. They don't want to play T-ball. We want pitchers to throw. But if you can hit the ball off the tee, you can actually work out some mechanical things, and it really has helped him an awful lot this year.
Well, you mentioned that one other game that we were playing, and we brought up Mattingly doing it a lot, and somebody was doing it down in the field. And the old-timers never did that, but it does look like it's very helpful. Pitch is high to Vaughn, ball one.
24 home runs, 75 RBIs. He's on pace to set a new Brewer record. Look at last season, 17 and 59 for the entire season.
Wow.
Had a lot of shoulder problems last year.
He was hurt a lot. But for a little guy, he's got a lot of power. Reminds me of Jimmy Wynn a little bit. Oh, did he get it all? Nope, you watch the outfielders. Now you know he didn't. And you see how quickly. Now that's smart, thinking ahead, Mr. Rowan. You tell him what happened, why he was able to get that ball away, because he knew there was a fast runner on first.
Fast runner on base, get the ball back in. Gerald Williams very rarely makes any mental mistakes.
Right.
Here's that home run swing, just gets in on his hand. You see the little cut fastball? I used to love it before they moved the fences in.
He knew it.
Before you moved the fences in, all those big sluggers would come in. Let them hit it as far as they wanted to left center field.
People just don't realize how big a ballpark this was. And the cleanup hitter now, John Jaha. Takes a strike. Foul tipped it. He's batting .288, 16 homers and 64 runs batted in.
Real good right center field power. He doesn't have to pull the ball to hit home runs.
Been able to get back on each pickoff move.
Pretty much straight away in the outfield.
Yeah, they give him both lines. They do. 2 men out, no score here in the top of the first. Oh, man. He was going to go that time. Was leaning, but he did get back.
I mentioned how Pettit does the exact same routine, whether he throws the ball to first. Now here you see he looks home.
Ooh.
I mean, he does it the exact same way, whether he's throwing the ball to first base or to the plate. That's why usually base runners can't judge where he's throwing the ball.
Strike. 0-2. And Jaha must have been a little off timing there with all the throws to first base, so that helps. It's so great to have a guy that can do that. You keep the runner that step closer where in case he's stealing, you get him.
You know how easy it makes it for the catcher?
That's what I mean, yeah. Hold him there. High and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see where hit number 27, the big guy in Cleveland. Bell, Albert Bell, had a home run yesterday. Just missed inside, 2-2.
Brady Anderson still leading the American League. I believe he hit another one last night.
No,
29.
29. Imagine if he gets to 30 before the All-Star break. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
I tell you, I like talking to Phil Garner, the manager of the Brewers.
Oh, yeah.
He is no nonsense. He tells it like it is. He was, sticking his tongue out. I tell you, I like him. Scrap iron.
And a fly ball right center field. They better get going. It's going to drop in there. They better hurry it back in. And a quick relay. They're going to send him in. And let's see the throw. Well, they got him at third, but I mean, that ball, it hung up there a long time. I don't know whether there's a little indecision between O'Neill and Williams, but it looked like that ball should have been caught anyway. It's a double, an RBI, and then the put out at third base. And in the middle of the first inning, it's the Brewers 1 and the Yankees coming to bat.
The Nissan Altima has always been built to compete with the quality and performance of sedans costing thousands more. So we think it should...
Welcome back to the Yankee Stadium. Bottom of the first inning. We'll go back to that play. John Jha hits that fly ball. It looked almost like they didn't pick the ball up right off the bat. The ball stayed up in the air an awful long time. You see Fernando Vena going hard all the way. 2 outs, you send him, take a chance. Throws just a little bit up the line. Leyritz makes a good throw. 1-0. See, get caught at trying to take that extra base.
I said it, that Vena really poured it on. I thought they had a good chance to get him, and then he outran the ball. The Yankees trail 1-0, and there's a strike on the first pitch to Wade Boggs. Scott Carl on the hill. He's won 8 and lost 3. Not a bad record. Boggs batting .337, 2 homers, 26 runs batted in. Oh, strike 2.
Scott Carl, very similar type pitcher to Andy Pettitte. Will use a cut fastball just like Andy does. Look at his numbers, 106 hits. And
yeah, he throws the ball a lot like Pettitte too. Overhand. 1 away. Right now, let's take a look at the lineups brought to you by Dodge. Wade Boggs just let it off. Derek Jeter, who was red hot, 4 for 4. Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams cleanup, Chino Martinez at first, Ruben Sierra DH, Jim Leyritz catching, Mariano Duncan second, and Gerald Williams out in left field. And the defense for the Brewers: Vaughn, Perez, Miski in the outfield, Cirillo, Valentin, Vina, and Seitzer in the infield. Matheny catching, and Carl on the hill. And Jeter. Oh, I mean, he had 4 great base hits.
4 for 4, drove in the game winner with that big base hit to drive in 2 runs.
That's gone. No, it's not. Holy cow. I thought my eye since I had that operation. Sir, why don't you hit me? Tell me to shut my mouth. I mean, when he hit it, I thought it was...
It sounded good.
And nothing is worse than an announcer saying that's gone and then somebody catches it.
Well, you can see it looks like a home run swing. We can hear the bat off the ball.
Ooh, that sounded like a home run. No, it's you can't get me out of it, Mike. Oh, that was really. Yes, I know it. So there are 2 away. And Paul O'Neill, the batter. Lefties do not bother him, especially this type of a left-hander, the way he throws overhand to sidearmers. Yeah, now that's gone. That's gone. Now 1 for 2. Holy cow. Oh, attaboy. Got me off the hook. Come on, Cerrone, talk about O'Neill.
Oh, you listen to the crowd. They're doing it for us. Well, you talked about a left-hander that's over the top. Won't bother O'Neill as much as that sidearmer, and Carl tried to get the fastball inside, didn't get it there, and it's 1-1.
Man, he did rock it out. You see this? All the ball players are going to be mad at me because Phil Mushnick is writing a story about things that ball players do that were not done in the past, like hitting the home run and standing there and admiring it. And then sometimes it's not caught and they only get a single when it hits the fence. And not the high five. He deserved a high five. But if you get a guy over on a ground ball, the second the guy goes to third, they get high fives.
That's actually a fist five.
Yeah,
the Yankees do fist fives. Remember the high fives are the open hands.
Yeah.
Fist fives.
What about?
There's the fastball trying to sneak a piece of cheese inside, and you know the toughest thing there is to keep the ball fair.
That's right. He was out in front, looked like almost too much.
He kept it fair inside the pole for a home run.
Remember the Bash brothers would give the
forearm shivers.
Shot. All right, Bernie Williams, the batter. By the way, O'Neill was batting .320 with 7 homers. Now he's about .322 with 8 homers and 50 runs batted in. And Bernie batting .333, 16 homers and 55 runs batted in. Low. So we're going to take a listen to his swing. O'Neill. Oh, too late. Called him out on strikes. We'll get it next inning. Whoop, we heard it. We heard it here, and at the end of one inning, it's the Brewers 1 and the Yankees 1.
When was the last time you got 5,000 of anything?
Well, welcome back to Yankee Stadium. 1-1 tie. We get another look at Paul O'Neill's home run. He just, I mean, he crushed that ball.
But I see what you mean. That bat would want to follow through, and he could very well have pulled that foul.
That's the biggest thing for a hitter. When you hit a ball hard, you want to keep it fair.
Yep.
Don't get out in front too much and pull it into the stands. It does you no good.
All right, here's Miski, and he takes a pitch outside. Ball 1.
They've had contributions from everybody in their lineup. Everybody that comes up there is right around 300.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Phil Gardner has done a good job with this team. 2 games over 500. They happen to be in the same division of the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox, so they're in third place.
Yeah, that is tough. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, we talked about Strawberry. You know, the Yankees have played very well against right-handed pitching this year. They're 37-19 coming into today. Left-handers have been giving the Yankees a problem.
Oh, strike 2, 2-2.
I mentioned that to Torrey. I said, you know, was there thought about maybe a right-handed power hitter? He says, yeah, we were looking, we're trying to do anything we can to up our power outage. He says, but with a right-hander, you're going to have to make a trade, and anytime you talk, they want young prospects.
3 balls, 2 strikes. I know they always comes to that, but many times you've been forced into a deal that you didn't want to make. Because you needed a certain hitter, but you're going to lose a potential star.
That's why Strawberry really didn't cost him anything but money.
That's right. And rip, fair ball. Now let's see if he's got a chance to get him. Oh, he fell down. Holy cow. He wanted to get that guy at second base. And he really hustled, but his feet went out from under him.
All the rain we've had in the last 2 days. The outfield's not covered during rain delays and postponements, so the sod gets a little extra wet. But you're right, Gerald, he just hammers a high cutter. Gerald's in good position, but now watch his feet just come. Whoa, look out.
Boy, passes came off, missed it with his glove, but he gets up and hustles back, keeps him at second base. All right, Jeff Cirillo batting .336, 6 homers, 39 runs batted. And, oh, that's got him. They got, oh, holy cow. I tell you, Duncan had gotten over there a little sooner.
That's the toughest ball if you're the base runner at second base. You're taught anything to your right side you hold, but if anything to your left you go. This ball's hit directly at him.
Yeah.
But he did a nice job to get back to second base.
Yes, he did. But Mariano, it's not his fault they didn't get over there, because he really didn't think it'd be needed in that play. There was no double play or anything. Pulled foul by Jose Valentin. He's hitting .277, 11 homers and 55 runs batted in.
Out of the shortstop position. This guy nobody knows about. And he puts up home run numbers, RBI numbers in that bottom of their lineup.
1 out. Yankees and Brewers tied 1 apiece. It's like Canseco up there that time. He kept falling across the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jose, what you're referring to the other night, he was all over the place.
He really was.
There he goes.
On the corner. Boy, that was a pitch. Is that the...
There's the little cutter.
Cutter.
You know, what makes that difficult for a right-hand hitter, it starts at the middle of the plate.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, when you go to swing at it, you see the late movement, and it winds up by the trademark.
Right, right. Off the handle. Gonna have to hurry. Oh, now that could have... He was safe. And Boggs had to hesitate. Now, if he'd continued running, and the guy ran into him. What happens?
And he kind of went around the base runner, Mieske. But a good job by Mieske to read that slow hit ball. He knows Boggs has to leave his position. He's able to advance to third base.
Yep. Well, that was a good pitch, too, one of those cutters right on the fist. Now the Yankees need to double play. And Dan Perez.
Really had a good start in Double-A. He should still be playing in Double-A, but the injuries to Listash have hurt the Brewers of late. Listash just put on the 15-day disabled list, so Danny Perez gets a start center field.
Little low, ball one.
Double-A El Paso.
Wow.
Was hitting 351.
Any power?
Some power. More of a contact line drive hitter.
That'll be out of play. Nice swing there. Quick swing. How about that Ochoa with the Mets, huh?
How about breaking in and hitting for the cycle in only your 22nd game with the Mets, Alex Ochoa.
And cycled it, and then the next time he got up, he hit a double at 5 for 5. 2 doubles and a single, a triple, and a home.
Yeah, the Met fans have been waiting for Ochoa to come up. He's had a tremendous start in Norfolk in AAA for the Mets. He gets called up and quietly hitting 390.
And I saw him on TV. I saw him make a throw and throw a guy out at home. They say he's got a great arm. He sure showed it there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Did not fool.
Well, you know, Garner used to have to manufacture runs. You know, a good play first and third in this situation for a right-hand hitter. Go ahead and push a bunt towards Mariano Duncan. Just push it towards him. You get the RBI. May even get yourself a base hit.
Right. Popped him up. It might be playable. And it is playable. Big break for the Yankees. Big break for the Yankees. Tough break for the youngster, but runners remain at first and third with 2 out, and Mike Matheny will be the batter. .218 hitter, but he's got 4 homers and 37 RBIs.
Goes to the cutter again inside. Martinez not real sure where the camera booth is. But again, see Leyritz in front of the plate, letting the middle infielders know what he's going to do on a steal. A couple of years ago, Gardner had to really manufacture runs. Steal, you know, really put pressure. You always anticipate something as a catcher down in the batting order. Number 9 hitter, he's a .218 hitter with 2 outs now. Just alert everybody what you're going to do in case of a double steal.
All right, that's a good idea. Now, as a catcher, would he get, there's a strike on the outside corner. What would happen now? And I know we used to do that. Very seldom, though, would they throw through on a double steal.
Well, what you do is you get the ball up. I don't believe you can look at third. They always tell you look the runner back and throw it to second. That time he's going to be safe.
Yep. There he goes. He's got him picked off. Now they got to be careful. They got him. Holy cow. Oh, they almost played that perfectly, Milwaukee. But they got him. Was that Mariano Duncan threw that ball home?
Made the throw to home.
Oh, man, what a beautiful pick off, but he was so far down there, it looked like they were going to score.
It's a planned play. A planned play to get picked off the base, try to steal the run at home.
Yeah, Billy Martin used to use that. All right, they get out of the jam at the end of an inning and a half. Brewers 1, Yankees 1.
I will take a look at that first and third situation. This is a designed play. Base runner's job is to get caught in the pickle. The run down, they're hoping for a bad throw from Duncan. You remember the other night, he made a bad throw. Leyritz, I don't know why Leyritz wants to get way up in front of the plate.
I don't either.
Look at this, that ball's there. He could stay back. Look, he's 3 feet in front of the plate. You give an umpire a chance to call him safe at home.
That's right. If he hadn't tagged him on the foot that was up there high, he would have been safe. Tagged him on the back foot.
See, that's a play well executed by the Yankees, or else the Brewers score the run.
All right. Here's Tino Martinez, and the pitch is inside 1-1. But that is true. Leyritz always goes up front.
Always comes out a couple of feet. You got to stay back there sometimes to prevent a run. You don't have to take foolish chances and get yourself knocked over.
Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But on certain plays, go ahead, give the runner a little avenue to slide. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah.
Give him the back corner. Now you know he's going to slide there. Then take the corner away from him.
Ah, very smart.
or throw a mask in front of him or the back.
And I never heard that one. But that is a great idea. Make them think they got that corner, and then just as you're going to go for it, you reach back like that. Hey, no, didn't get it. Right center field, and almost a little mix-up there, but it's caught by the right fielder, 1 away. Must be a little tough. Must be a little tough to pick it up at that. You know, it's wrong. They almost had a little problem with that fly ball in the same spot.
Yeah, see, they're both talking about my eyes. We're not seeing the ball off the bat. I think sometimes when you have the cloudy skies, it's a little tough to pick up the ball off the bat.
He slipped, almost hurt his knee that time. And here's one down the right field line. It's in for a base hit. Ruben Sierra is going to get himself a double. So this, you know what this could do? That possible bringing up of Strawberry. Might make Sierra a little mad. He might move up a little closer to the plate and start hitting some of those dingers, and then
oh, he stepped right into the ball that time. Drives it down the right field line. Yeah, and that's one of the things Watson talked about today. Maybe it'll light a spark under Ruben. And the other thing I mentioned, I said, well, is there a spot for Strawberry? Yeah, they said right now we didn't anticipate Mike Aldretti being a full-time left-handed DH. Sierra has done a nice job in left field against right-handed pitching. Right. That's where Strawberry's bat comes into play, as a left-handed DH against right-handed pitching.
All right. Jimmy Leyritz takes a strike. So Ruben was batting .256, 9 homers and 42 runs batted in. Jimmy Leyritz batting .250, 4 homers and 24 runs batted in. Low, 1-1.
Nice job behind the plate by Mike Matheny. And he had a pretty good tutor in college at the University of Michigan, Bill Freehand.
Oh, Bill Freehand, that's right, a Michigander. Where did Leyritz ever get this stance? With that, I wonder who he copied. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, with Leyritz's stance, he puts a lot of weight on the back leg.
Yeah.
And all the good hitting instructors always talked about that front foot should be like landing on eggs, real soft. More weight on your backside, which he does. He starts it in that position.
Rip foul outside of third.
The weight goes from the backside. Now you shift your way through the ball. But remember when I said you land on eggs with that front foot. If you land too hard on your front foot, it'll actually jerk your head.
Eyes go up and down.
Right, and you'll lose a little eyesight of the baseball. That was an old Charlie Lau expression.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he used to talk a couple of different theories. Relaxed but aggressive, and land soft. Land soft with your front foot.
Well, nobody did that better than DiMaggio. He only grounded to third, and they get him no advance.
Here's this month's Mazda's Fan Speak Out question. Which current player stands the best chance of breaking Roger Maris' single-season home run record of 61 home runs? Send your replies to the Fan Speaks Out, WPIX-TV, 220 East 42nd Street, New York, New York, 10017.
All right, 2 men out, and Mariano Duncan, the batter. 295, 3 homers, 24 RBI. A 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the second. And up the middle, a base hit. He's going to have to hustle. Sierra Hudson throws way offline and high, and he scores. And going to second is Duncan, and the Yankees lead 2-1.
I watched Danny Perez, the way he charged this baseball. First Duncan gets it going. The cutter did not get inside, and he did not let that high pitch go by. Oh. But the way Perez charged the ball, really good hustle. I said he's got a good chance. He just gets it. Look at, I mean, he airmails.
Yes, he did. Just started it too high. I said the same thing. He's going to have to hustle.
Good job by Duncan, too, to advance on the high throw.
Yep.
Get himself into scoring position.
All right, now Gerald Williams batting ninth, hitting .315. Pretty good for a ninth-man batter. 5 homers, 26 runs batted in. Pick off a little high. By the way, Annette Guadabasio would like us to say her mother is home after leg surgery. She's in Belleville, New Jersey. Always watches the Yankee games and recuperating. I want to wish her well and get ready in a hurry. They're going to have to hurry to get Gerald, and they get it. But the Yankees pick up a run at the end of 2. It's the Yankees 2 and the Brewers 1.
From the East River, it's the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular. Join Joey Lawrence along with WB favorites Kirk Cameron, Tia, and Tamara for a star-spangled celebration, plus special performances by Chubby Checker. Remember the twist?
Oh.
And cast members from the hit musical Grease. Don't miss America's biggest birthday bash tonight, starting at 9, right here on the WB Channel 11.
All right, Serrano, well done. You know, just about the time I learned how to do the twist, it went. No more twist. Come up with a new dance. And Joey Lawrence is going to be with us later. Maybe he'll show me. There was one move I just couldn't get. Like the hula hoop. Took me 6 years to finally get it, and then they threw all the hula. You couldn't buy a hula hoop. Strike. Nothing in 2 to count. Matheny, the 9th hitter in the lineup. Nice looking young man. High fly. And Gerald Williams makes the catch.
You had mentioned Annette, one of the secretaries here at Yankee Stadium. She also wanted me to say hello to Pat Morano. Actually, I know Pat from growing up in Newark, New Jersey. He's at Columbus Hospital recuperating in Newark, so I just wanted to say hello, listen to every game.
Oh, the Yankee, I tell you, the Yankee fans are great now. No matter where I go, they're really rooting for the Yankees. They want to manage. Here's Fernando Vina. Oh, I tell you, the way he stands, it looks tough to get a ball by him.
Like I said, 49 of the last 51 ball games, he's got himself on base, either a walk or a hit. Now, you have a leadoff hitter that does that. He knows his responsibility.
Yep. Look at that, another base hit. That's going to be at least a double. They've got to hustle it down because he had ideas, and it would have been very close. Man, he's tough standing up there. I don't think I'd like to pitch to him. Oh, that's the guy Bellcream with the forearm.
That's right.
Oh,
so he's got to be pretty tough.
He's got it. Oh, man, that was a collision. A freight train hit him. He did bounce right up.
He's thinking triple all the way. And you know what? It's a good again for young guys watching. He picks up his third base coach just to see, and it's the third base coach's responsibility because he can see where the ball is in position with the outfielder if he has a chance. That's Chris Bando, Sal's brother at third base.
Yeah, all
Sal's
right.
the general manager of the Brewers.
All right, 1 man out, and there's the strike call to Kevin Seitzer. Kevin struck out swinging his first time up.
9 home runs this year for Kevin. Every once in a while he'll look inside to pull a ball, but most of the time he's a right center field, right field line hitter.
And a bouncer in the hole. Oh, he couldn't get his glove on it. And they held him up at third base. That was a break there. You see where after Jeter couldn't get to it, Gerald tried to pick it barehanded on the dead run. I don't know why.
His glasses, I think his glasses fall off his hat and almost get in the way of the baseball. These aren't the clip-on glasses. You see Jeter out of his reach. Now watch as he gets.
But he's.
I don't know why he's barehanded.
I don't know why either.
No, it's after the glasses. Okay.
No, you should never do that. I mean, it's not going to save you that much time. The Yankees need a double play or a pop-up and a strikeout.
Well, this has been the Brewers all year long, averaging over 6 runs a ball game. Second in the American League in runs scored. They keep the pressure on you. Came into the game with a .291 team batting average.
All right, Greg Vaughn flying to left field his first time up. And fouled back out of play. There's Phil Garner. Oh, he used to make some great plays, and he was a bulldog when he played. Oh, he was tough.
See the numbers on the year: 24 home runs, 75 RBIs for Vaughn. It's a little bit easier to manage this year for Phil Gardner. The team scores an awful lot of runs.
Just inside, 1-1.
Vaughn just had a 15-game hitting streak stopped on Sunday. During that 15 games, 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. That is hot.
They got him. They got a chance for 2, and they get it. Holy cow! Great defense by the Yankee infield around the horn. And at the end of 2.5, it's the Yankees 2 and the Brewers 1.
Here's today's trivia question. Can you name the player that appeared in the most games before he reached the age of 20? Before he reached the age of 20.
All right. Wade Boggs stepping in for his second look at Carl. High fly ball. That'll stay in the ballpark. And 1 man out. And that'll bring up Derek Jeter. I did not realize that it was little something coming down. A few umbrellas up in the...
It's not supposed to rain on July 4th.
I know it. 4th of July.
All the people down the shore. Barbecues.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, speaking of... A lot of people out in Southampton, too. The whole Profaci family's out there at Gurney's. You ever go out there?
Never been out to Southampton.
Oh, you'd fit right in with that hairdo and your clothes and everything. It's, by the way, I like your hairdo.
Thank you. I guess Cora told you to stay off of my hair.
Yes.
Okay.
But no, you dress like a Southamptonite. They're very, they're very upper class out there. Very ritzy.
And for a kid that grew up in Newark, that's saying a lot.
It certainly is. 2 balls, 1 strike, but they're out there, and they go out there every year. John and the whole family, the 4 boys, and their families, and all the kids. And it's oh, what a shot. He was shading them over there that way.
And that's a little surprising for the second baseman to be playing up the middle against Jeter. He hits a lot of balls to the right side of the diamond. But look at that. I mean, they're giving him all the area on the right side. But against a left-hand pitcher, Jeter has had a lot of success this year against left-handed pitching.
Yes, he has.
Hitting .370, so he's a good hitter against left-handers. They go by those reports.
Yep. Here's O'Neill, who hit that line drive home run his first time. Just to finish the story about the Profacis out in Southampton. They handled the #1 olive oil, Calavita olive oil. I think you got some.
I did get
Cyrus
some.
Gave you a little.
Cyrus
bit, right?
did give me some. It's outstanding. Little mozzarella. Put some olive oil on it.
Yeah. Don't get too much because we love it. Oh, I mean, it is great. And you know something? They just bought Ferrara. You know Ferrara?
The pastry shop.
No, not the pastry shop. The rest of it. Ferrara's keeping the pastry shop. You know, the one on Broome Street down in Little Italy?
And you can see the rain
that
you
now I
talked about.
see
It's coming down a little bit heavier.
Strike. 3-1 to O'Neill.
See, that time O'Neill took a fastball in the identical place he hit the home run. Sometimes hitters think too much.
Yeah, I think so.
They look for something, out of the ordinary.
And he walked him. That's right. I'm sure they gave him the green light on 3-0. Yankees leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. And a happy 37th birthday to Jim Skripek. He's the brother of Kenny, the ticket director here at Yankee Stadium. It's a good day to have a birthday, Cerrone.
George's birthday, July 4th.
But I mean, people don't forget it, you know, how easy you can
And they
forget.
won't forget Righetti's no-hitter.
No, right. Righetti's no-hitter on the 4th of July.
Nice article in the Star Ledger, I believe, today on Dave Righetti.
Oh, yeah?
He could tell what time of year it is. His phone starts ringing an awful lot from TV and radio about the 4th of July no-hitter.
All right, Bernie Williams the batter now. Bernie struck out his first time up.
11 home runs from the right-hand side of the plate out of 16 this year.
Well, he has really been powerful right-handed. Oh, off the end of the bat, and it did sink. That's it at the end of 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Brewers nothing. We're getting ready to go. And next to me,
my pal Scooter. How you doing, guy? Happy Independence Day. I'm glad to be here. How about you?
I certainly am. Glad to be in America.
Me too. Well, I am.
I know you are. And you want to take it?
No, I think it's yours. Is it?
You no, it's yours. It's
oh,
you.
It is me? Okay.
He tried to sneak by. Did you see that?
John Jaw leads it off, the designated hitter. Well, the Brewers, the Yankees in front 2-1 here at the top of the 4th inning. And the Yankees have added runs in the 1st and 2nd inning. Andy Pettit is getting away with a lot of high pitches, and once again, Jaha just missing it.
They are.
Carroll puts it away, 1 down. One thing that Andy Pettit is doing right now, Scooter, for the first at least 3 innings, is he's pitching up in the strike zone.
Yeah, and he doesn't. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was belt high. There have been 3 high flies that just missed being home runs against him so far.
So be it. They're outs. And that's all that counts right now as Matt Mieske steps in with 1 down. And the Yankees are in front 2-1 as Andy Pettit tries to win his 13th game of the year. Look at that big overhand curveball in there for a called strike. Mieske doubled down the left field line. And then he was thrown out at home plate. You may see a lot of this with this Milwaukee Brewer ball club. Pettit picked off the first base guy. Mieske was at third, swinging a missed strike 2. He tried to come home as they threw down to second base, and the Yankees pulled that play off perfectly as they threw him out at home.
Well, it was perfect. It had to be perfect to get him. Boy, that's a tantalizing curveball. He just couldn't wait.
But a typical Brewer ball club managed by Phil Garner. That pitch foul back and out of play. He's known as Scrap Iron, and that was the kind of play that he did when he was a player.
Yes. And he's got to be feeling much better.
He's got a little bit of an allergy, too, I think.
Yeah.
He's allergic to Yankee pinstripes, probably. Another foul off to the left side. The count remains 0-2 with 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Well, we started out on a bright, sunshiny afternoon. Now the clouds have rolled in, and it's been misting here at the stadium. What's new, though, in New York?
Yeah, that's true.
We've had a lot of rain. Maybe the mold that Garner is allergic to. That's outside for a ball 1-2. Well, as always, Scooter, a lot of exciting things happening around Yankee land. Darryl Strawberry, if you're just now tuning in, has signed a contract with the Yankees and is now in Columbus playing this afternoon. Mieske strikes out 2 away, and he will be joining the Yankees, well, I would say sometime probably after the All-Star break, if everything goes all right.
Yeah, I would think so. Face a little better. He wanted to see. He had foul tipped the ball probably, and just wanted to see if he held on to it.
That'll bring up Jeff Cirillo.
But Darryl now will get to see a little better pitching than he had down there. We had 18 home runs. I mean,
18 home runs in 28 games.
That's unbelievable.
In St. Paul, Minnesota,
right,
playing for the St. Paul Saints in the Northern League. That's an independent ball club. Jack Morris is also on that ball club. And that ball club is owned and operated by Marvin Goldflang, who's a partner with the Yankees.
Partner. How you doing? Who's this? Andrew, how are you? How do you like that? Next half inning, we're going to talk to you.
Ground ball right
Joey,
side, base hit.
How you doing? Joey just came in.
Thank you.
The brothers. And Matt. Hi, how did I know you were Matt? We're going to interview him next inning, but I just wanted to greet them nicely.
I'm glad you did.
Anything happening out there?
Just a base hit to right field. Nothing big. Nothing big.
I'm sorry.
Jeff Cirillo with that base hit. That'll bring up Jose Valentin, the shortstop.
Here he is.
There he is.
The star of the show. Hey, Joe. You know how to look at the camera, right? you've had more practice than we have. We're going to talk about your new show and hosting the 4th of July Spectacular Fireworks. Holy cow, I got to be watching that. It should be.
We'll have Joey on here in just a moment. And Valentin picks one on the inside corner for a call strike. Glad to have you here, Joey.
Thank you, man.
You know the Scooter Phil Rizzuto, don't you?
What?
You know the Scooter Phil Rizzuto?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, he's been singing since he's 4 years old, I understand, right?
Yeah, that's right.
On the Johnny Carson show.
That's right. That's right. Never lived that thing down. That's for sure.
Well, you know, he looks like he's only about 10 right now. I mean, he's got that young, good-looking face. He has that 5 o'clock shadow.
Got that,
well, that's a new thing.
I've been
looking
20 now, so you kind of, you know.
All those hunks have that kind of a beard.
I know it. I could never grow
he's a
one.
hunk. Don't you think he's a hunk? Your brother?
What do you think, Ann?
He says, yeah. That's his brother back here.
Where are they?
Yeah, sure. This
Can
is
you see me?
this is Andy. You see there? There you are, Ann.
Wave to the crowd, Andy.
Maddie here.
And
Maddie
right in the back.
Andy Pettit misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Yankee fans, everybody Yankee fan here in the booth?
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. Hopefully see the Yankees go on and win the World Series. It'd be fabulous.
So Brotherly Love is going to debut when? On the
It comes back
WB
on
11.
in September on WB 11 on Sunday nights. So we're looking forward to that. Starts up again in the fall. So, yeah. Looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
Now, who else do we have on the show?
We have, Melinda Kalea and Liz Vassy and Mike McShane round out the rest of our cast. And it's really a great show. It really is. It's a real good, family kind of, one of those young adult family sitcoms.
Wonderful. We need more shows like that in America. I'm glad that's
yeah.
Great.
Well, what about your show Blossom?
Blossom was a lot of fun. That was on for like about 5.5 years, and big hit. It was a lot of fun to do.
You're one of the few who has steady work all the time. You've been working right along.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Yeah,
that's a tough racket, I'll tell you.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Laritz makes a nice play stopping it, throwing out the runner at first base. Jose Valentin is gone. And the Brewers are gone here at the top of the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. The Yankees lead at 2-1.
Tonight, live from the East River, it's the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular. And join our buddy up here, Joey Lawrence, along with the WB favorites, Kirk Cameron and Tia and Tamara, for a Star-Spangled Celebration. There'll be special performances by Chubby Checker.
Chubby Checker, that's back in our day, Scooter. Chubby Checker.
I know, but
doing the twist.
I was trying to tell Cerrone, I almost had the twist down.
Yeah.
And it was out of date, out of style.
Well, it's making a comeback. So,
nice play by the first baseman, Seitzer. And they take an extra base hit away from Tito Martinez, leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Seitzer, a former third baseman. Check this out. How about this, Joey?
Oh, man.
Wow. Beautiful. And that's all you have to do over there is knock it down. And the big play then is whether the pitcher is going to get there in time to cover the bag.
Joe, you ever done one of these spectacular fireworks?
No, this is my first time, but I hear that there's going to be a huge crowd there.
Oh, I know, it's tremendous.
Yep, it's the single largest fireworks display here in this nation, so we're looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a blast.
Oh,
it'll certainly be a blast.
Certainly be I didn't even mean it that way, but you know what? It certainly will be.
It should light up a lot of people's lives. Well, hit into left center field, and over is Vaughn to make the over-the-shoulder catch. Sierra, he tries the 399 part of the ballpark, but Vaughn runs underneath it. So Sierra's hit the ball hard twice.
I'd say he played this. He made it look easy.
Yeah, it's one of those Willie Mays type catches.
Yep.
Hey, Joy, you got another record coming out, I understand.
We do. Yep, I have second album coming out in September. Follow-up record to the first one, which came out in '93. So we're looking forward to it. It should be It's a little bit different than the first record. Sort of kind of first record was more kind of an R&B hip hop record. This one's more of kind of a pop soul record.
Wonderful.
Kind of a cross between
a pop soul.
Yeah, sort of, you know, like a Hall & Oates record or Smokey Robinson, something like that. So.
Hey, how about Matt and Andy? Are they going to get in show business? You kids ever think of going into show business?
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, you know, they're on the show with me.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. So,
I'm talking to a couple of stars here and didn't even know it. But I'm sure you can leave your autograph before you go. Okay.
How about a cameo appearance by...
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
No.
If he wanted to do it, we could
listen to this. We just learned that he finally knows how to do the twist, so it took a long time now. It's the time to really debut that twist.
Absolutely.
No, but and I could bring back a lot of old-time stuff.
Larritz.
Oh.
But a nice play by Danny Perez in center field. Well, it's been great talking to you guys, and good luck. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on Channel 11.
Absolutely.
Especially for the fireworks extravaganza. Thank you guys for coming by and visiting with us, Joey.
So much, guys.
You bet.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back.
Joey, good to see you.
Okay.
Nobody beats the Wiz. For state-of-the-art home electronics, computers, cameras, music, movies, and more, nobody beats the Wiz. Oh, and now the trivia question and answer. And there it is. Can you name the player that appeared in the most games before he reached the age of 20? And it was Robin Yount. Remember when he came up, I think he was just
18 maybe. I think he was 18
and he turned 19. He had 19 on his back. Right. Shortstop.
Robin Yount, a Hall of Fame player. He'll be elected to the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
Milwaukee Brewers.
Somebody whispering in my ear that he's the only player to win MVP award at 2 different positions.
Center field and shortstop.
Oh, that's right. It must have been, yeah.
And this Brewer Ball Club, it's a darn good, fundamentally sound ball club if they could just stay healthy. This ball club has always been hampered by so many injuries. I don't know if there's any one specific thing you can put your finger on, Scooter, that causes the Brewers to be injured more than anybody else, but they have gone through a rash of injuries. But still have a few guys on the DL right now. Pat Listash. But say Garner, he's one of those no-nonsense type managers. You know where you stand with him at all times, and he expects 100% play when you're out there, and that's what they're giving right now.
Boy, they really are, and they're scoring a lot of runs. This is unusual. 1 run in 4 innings.
Yankees lead it 2-1. Brewers batting here in the top of the 5th inning. Danny Perez, the rookie, still looking for his first base hit.
Just up from Double-A. That's got to be quite a jump.
And Andy Pettit delivers outside for a call strike. Now it's 1-1. Matheny is on deck, followed by Vigna. So Andy Pettit looking to win his 13th game. This is popped into shallow center field. O'Neill over. And he makes the play. Popped into center field. That's a fireworks type.
That's all right. Yeah, that's
segue.
You had a lot of good ones that you were saying about the blast tonight, and what did Joey say?
I think Joey said that.
You had a couple of good.
Yeah, I know it. Mike Matheny, who is 0 for 1. Flied out to left field his first time up. Talk about the Brewers and their offense. The Brewers 3rd in the American League with a .291 average overall. Pitch foul back and out of play. They had 96 home runs coming into this ball game. 497 runs they have scored.
Wow.
And they're only topped by the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. Cut fastball on the inside corner for a call strike. Now it's 1-2. And the Brewers may have had their chance here in the first 4 innings against Andy Pettit, who was pitching him more up in the strike zone than he normally does. And a great pitcher like Andy Pettit, once he gets started and really falls into that groove, he becomes extremely tough.
He could very well be the starter for the All-Star game, the way it's falling right now. Today is Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to rest.
Popped up left side, foul territory. No problem for Bog. Another all-star guy. He'll be starting at third base. We know that for a fact.
Yep. Hey, Mercy, you were talking about Joey Lawrence's new record he's coming up. A lot of people don't remember that you made a record. I remember. I used to play it here at Yankee Stadium. You know, and the reason I'm saying that, it could come back and become a bestseller.
No, I don't think so. I'm not proud of that now.
Well, no, oh, no, that's right. We got to, oh, that's right. That has something to do.
We don't do that anymore.
With,
it was a record by the name.
Snuff.
Skull Dippin' Man was the name of the record.
Skull Dippin' Man.
Obviously, that was back before I knew more about what smokeless tobacco was all about, what smoking was all about. And since many years ago, well, it's probably about 13, 14 years ago since I...
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Benia is the batter. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 away. Anything else you want to talk about in my past?
No.
Nobody beats the Wiz scoreboard. Cleveland and Chicago all tied up to 1. That's in there for a called strike. So, Scooter, you knew me when I was 18. When I was just barely 19.
I knew you didn't shave or anything. I saw you out there at shortstop, and I said, get that kid off there before he gets hurt. Or hurt somebody.
Better off hurt before he hurt somebody. Well, that was the old saying, you know. You got to get him off his shortstop because we are having a lot of problems selling those seats and seats behind first base. People are not buying them. No problem with Derek Jeter.
No.
19, 20 years old. Man, oh man, what a pleasure it has been to see Derek Jeter.
Really,
this year,
day in and day out, he improved every day. Now he's reached a point where he's comfortable. He knows what his limitations are, what he can do and can't do. And there's nothing he can't do, really.
No. And he's going to get better. I mean, he's going to get better than what he is today. He enjoyed his first 4-hit night the other night against the Red Sox. He was 4 for 4 in that ball game. Came up with a key base hit. And Mena, Tindalina to right field, and the Brewers are gone 1, 2, 3. We played 4.5 here at the stadium, and the Yankees lead it 2-1.
Ball is brought to you by Heineken, true to the original recipe since 1886. And let's take a look at the Heineken batting leaders, brought to you by Heineken. And leading the pack, but not by too much now. Alomar, Knobloch second. Seitz are playing in today's game is third. Mo Vaughn, Thomas Rodriguez, and R. Wade Boggs, number 7 at 337. So it's going to be a tight race down the wire.
Well, there's Kenny Rogers again, playing around with Doc Gooden, who's going to get a extra day's rest. Yankees rained out of yesterday's ball game as Duncan leads it off. There's the doctor. And if you're just tuning in, it'll be Gooden and Strawberry joining up again, but on the different side of town.
That's
Yankee
right.
pinstripes.
Gooden said he's very happy. He never thought that Strawberry was going to get a break, but it looks like he's got it. What are they doing? He pulled one of his whiskers off. Yes, he is. Look, a wild hair there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Duncan. Leading it off, he'll be followed by Williams and then Wade Boggs. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Yankees lead it 2-1. Duncan with an RBI single. Back in the 2nd inning, 2 away. That pitch foul back and out of play. You know, the Yankees, well, I tell you what, they have played some fabulous baseball here at the stadium. They have won 45 out of their last 63 regular season games here at the stadium.
Oh, that's some percentage.
That dates all the way back to 1995 of August of 1995. Well, there's something about playing at home. I mean, you feel more comfortable. Obviously, your ball club is designed for your specific ballpark.
And like you say, you're at home and got that home living, which is a big difference than on the road.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, so Scott Carl takes care of Duncan.
Which, by the way, I hope it's not raining like this over in Sparta, because that's where Tom Young and Matthew Iacobacci and their families are having a big picnic. That's become a big sports area. You know, that's where Phil Pepe has his Cardinals team.
Oh, really?
The minor league team that he owns a piece of and does the broadcasting.
Strike one
What
to
are they
Gerald
doing?
Williams. I don't know. It looks to me, well, why does he have to put his jersey in his mouth to take that? I guess he's, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. No balls, 2 strikes to Williams. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're talking about
Yeah, that,
minor league club.
of course, Tom and Matthew are with TCY Sports Enterprises Incorporated. And they're doing something very exciting with me, which I will talk about later when I know a little more about the internet.
Oh, really? That's not a segue into.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
all the time. All the
they
time
got
to distract them. That Rogers is something. He
look at Gerald Williams. He just was a little base hit in the center field on a nice pitch. Down and away. So the Yankees with their 4th base hit of the ball game, and Gerald's first. Nice piece of hitting.
This was just about an inch off the ground, I think, when he hit it. Let's watch this one. He might have hit it on one bounce almost.
A little shoe top.
How about that?
That'll bring up Bonksy. So Williams on at first base with some speed. So Carl will have to pay attention to him and Boggs, who is 0 for 2. You're looking at Kenny Rogers setting up Doc Gooden on the bench when you're 4.5 games. Well, they're actually 5 games ahead now. The Baltimore Orioles, you can be a little bit loose and relaxed. But it was, what was it, a couple of nights ago that David Cohn had set up Kenny Rogers.
Oh, same way. Yeah, he found it. Look at
one in.
Now he's got that embarrassed look.
Yeah. Well, you did that. I mean, did you guys do that?
Oh, they did that, yeah.
I mean, but you didn't do
Not
it.
bubble gum. They didn't invent
Hot foot.
Hadn't been invented yet. The hot foot, which is terrible.
We had the hot foot.
Oh, I never did it, but I had it done to me many times.
Yeah.
Terrible.
A high chopper and just foul over the first baseman's head, Seitzer.
I don't see how that was foul.
You didn't
Wow.
see how it was foul? Take
I
another
didn't
look
think
at
it was. Just has to go over the bag fair. Look where it hits. Oh, that could very well have been called fair. But I guess Boggs would have yelled because he's got a pretty good eye.
No balls and a strike to Wade Boggs. 0 for 2 in this game. Batting .335. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And the fastball high and inside. This must be the setup when the bubble finally arrives on Gooden's head. And look at the innocent guy there just to the left.
Yeah.
And to the right of Gooden. Swing and a foul back. No matter how much or how much of a veteran you are, you still can be set up on a ball club.
That's right. Hey, Uncle Charlie's only grandson, Luke the Duke Kelly, is 9 years old. And his father is the soccer coach of Boston College. And soccer's starting to come into its own more and more. Metro Stars in Jersey.
A chopper to Seitzer. The second for 1 and back to first for a double play. So this time the chopper was fair, but it turns into a double play and the Yankees are gone. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning here at the stadium and the Yankees lead it 2-1. Well, back to the stadium and the Yankees lead it 2-1. And guess who we have as a guest is Dick Vitale. We had Joey Lawrence now. Dick Vitale with us. Hey, nice to see you, guy.
Hey, Bobby, great being here at Scooter. I'm so excited. I feel like a little kid. Tori gives me a glove, gives me a hat, baseballs, hats for my girls. I'm like a little kid. I can't believe it. This is like such a thrill for me to be with Scooter. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a thrill for me a few years ago, too, Dick.
I tell you, you gave me a lot of thrills when you played, Bobby.
I'm glad you didn't hear what he said.
I heard what he said.
But here's a man here whose voice is so distinguishable. I mean, you can tell it any place. And one thing you can't do with Dick Vitale when you're listening to him is fall asleep.
I'll tell you, Phil, I have a lot of fun just like you do.
I know it.
And I want to thank you so much this year. It was one of the thrills that I received in terms of coming out and being a recipient of a Scooter Award for the golf school. Tournament. It was beautiful.
Mercer, he came to my golf tournament.
He did.
The award.
Oh, wonderful.
And he wowed him.
Fly ball to right field. This will be an easy out. Kevin Seitzer gone.
This Yankee team looks really legitimate. I mean, they really are getting stronger and stronger. When they get back Fernandez and Kelly and guys like that to give them a little bit more depth. And now Strawberry. What's your feeling on Strawberry?
We just went through that, and I'm glad to see him get a break. I mean, the way they had treated him. And he could very well help, but we'll have to wait and see how he does in Columbus for about a week or so, and then bring him up.
Well, obviously, the Yankees looking for some power. You know, they got some home run hitters, but they don't have that one guy in the lineup that can hit those moon shots out there. And Darryl, through the scouting reports, where he was playing in the Northern League, he had 18 home runs in 29 games over there. But of course, that's Double-A pitching. And when he was here last year, I mean, he hit some moon shots. And so they're looking for power from
Well, he had 3 home runs, I noticed last year. I read an interesting article, but Mike Lupica, I thought, did a great job today of writing that article, how this time maybe it's the right fit. It looks like Sierra's got his days numbered because he's been a disappointment, Phil. For $6 million a year, that's what you got.
Here, this is an analyst. See, he's right there, right on top of it.
Analyst in By the way, we had Patino on the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, it's all Italians. Rizzuto, Patino, Vital, Mercerino.
We asked him about what he thought of the Knicks draft picks. What do you?
I thought they really got the steal of the draft to get John Wallace, number 18, get guys like Dante Jones and certainly McCarty. I think 3 picks drafting that late, they have to really be dancing with jubilation because Wallace was a steal. As long as they can get him to be positive in his work ethic, and I think they will.
All right, very well put. Without taking a breath, Mercy. He's got that great breath.
I know he does. Listen, you know, the Scooter, he's got holy cow, you got old baby. Where did you come up with that old baby?
I don't know. It just happens, you know. I just had a lot of fun doing what I do, and I just try to react to a situation. Fans have been great to me, and, you know, holy cow, I've heard that for years. You know, Phil, you know I'm a big baseball fan. I used to hitchhike to Yankee Stadium, hang around the ballpark as a young kid, and then my relatives used to drive me over here, and I was always thrilled. And to be on the field today with all the players and Torrey and all the guys treating me like royalty, giving me gloves and balls, it was like I'm like a little kid.
Tough play for O'Neill down the right field line.
Coaching in Detroit, you came to one game, but you never came upstairs.
Yeah, I came
downstairs.
And you and I spent some time talking at the hotel. I'm in town, actually. I'm speaking in Bergen County, your territory.
When?
I'm speaking here Monday for the Adidas basketball camp. Sonny Vaccara's group of all the best high school kids in the country, and I'm going to try to talk to them about the game of life and about doing things the right way, because today we have so many athletes. I just get turned off turning on the TV, reading about so many guys doing things the wrong way.
Amen.
Hey, that is great. No. And you can do it. I mean, they're going to sit up and listen. I know that.
Well, Phil, I'm going to give it everything from my heart because I love young people. I know in my life I've been blessed. I've been a lucky guy. Go to see my dad now, who worked in a factory like your parents. My dad worked in a factory. He's probably watching right now. He's not really doing that well physically, but he taught me in life, if you have a passion, a love for what you're doing, be enthusiastic, have great work ethic, a lot of beautiful things can happen. Maybe he had a 5th grade education, but he had a doctorate of love, and to me, that was important.
Hey, I'd like to report that Darryl Strawberry, as everybody probably knows now, signed with the Yankees yesterday. He's in Columbus playing for the AAA affiliate for the New York Yankees. In his first at bat, he had a 2-run home run.
Wow, didn't waste any time on George's birthday.
Yeah,
today's George's birthday.
Right. Yep, happy birthday to the big man.
I'll tell you, the big man treated my family and I really nice recently. He had us as his guests for a Rod Stewart concert. That's your kind of music, Scooter.
Yes.
You got to see Rod Stewart.
What kind of music?
Oh, it's beautiful. Contemporary. You don't know Rod Stewart's music? You know only Francis Albert Sinatra.
That's right.
My Way.
Harry Coleman, yeah. Bing Crosby, that's
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett. All right. Rest you don't know these guys.
I know Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
Of course I do.
Bobby and I sat on
and I know Rod Stewart, too.
We sat on a plane together, Bobby and I.
Yeah, I was on the plane with Dick. We'll talk more about that, but first thing he wanted me to say was to't please tell my buddy Phil Rizzuto hello. And that's the first thing I did. That was a few years ago. We'll be back. The Yankees lead it 2-1.
Well, grand illuminations. Tomorrow, July 5th, the Yankees take on the Brewers at 7:30, and right after the game, you're invited to catch Grucci's Grand Illuminations, a 6-minute pyrotechnic display presented by Thumans and the Yankees. Friday night, July 5th. For all tickets, call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212. And by the way, look at this Vitale, the way he hits the glove, Mercy. Looks like a throw, yeah.
You know, these gloves, they come broken in now. I mean, you don't even have to break them in. They're soft and ready to go. They got the pocket already.
Where am I going to use this, Bobby? Where am I going to use it?
Hey, there's a basketball can fit into that glove. Look how big that sucker is.
Yeah. Joe Torre, what a great job he's doing here, Scooter.
Isn't he? Oh, terrific, terrific. Unbelievable.
Hey, if they only had David Cohn, too, is there any chance of getting him back?
Yeah. Oh, listen, he's a bulldog. He's been throwing on the sidelines now. He'll be back way before they expected him to come back.
You know, Jeter, I was teasing him before the game. I saw him play his very first game, Derek, in the minor leagues when he signed. I live in Sarasota, and I saw him down in Bradenton in the Gulf Coast League, and he really, really struggled out of the gate. If you look at his numbers really are down. Look at his fun and games. Look at these guys. Look at these guys acting like little boys, and that's what it's all about. But he really came on in the Florida State League under Jake Gibbs.
Oh, I mean, he did learn quickly, and he is a natural athlete.
Gibbs told me he's a lock to be a star at the next level.
Absolutely.
Talk about stars. You made it happen down there. Then you played there with Billy Johnson, Doc Bobby Brown at third, Stern Weiss, and then you played a little with McDougal, and you played Joe Collins. And then
names.
I mean, I used to follow it. Boy, I remember the club with Boyd, Kubik, and Richardson, and Skowron, and Pepitone then was there. Oh, yeah, I used to be a baseball nut.
Hey, Mercer, what were some of the years you were there? And Mercer.
Terrible coach.
Mercer.
Terrible coach. He worked with me as shortstop and ruined me. I was destined to be a superstar, Hall of Fame shortstop for the Yankees until Scooter started working with me.
Yeah, when you came out of Oklahoma, that's what they said, and then they'll put you out in the outfield out there. Whatever happened to Tom Tresh?
He's doing work for the University of Michigan.
Oh, is he working out there?
Assistant AD, I think, or Central Michigan.
Yeah, Central Michigan.
In fact, Tommy Tresh will be here July the 27th when we have Old Timers game.
Oh, that's always a special. Oh, yeah. I remember years ago, 20 years ago, coming out to Old Timers Day with my dad, and I tell you, it was always a special moment, sold out, to see the introductions of the DiMaggio.
Oh, yeah,
and Mel
beautiful.
Allen. Wow. So sorry to see Mel not with us anymore.
That is a shame. Great voice.
Oh, he's a legend, absolutely a legend. I think Bob Costas said it the best. When you heard his voice, you just thought Yankee baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So tell me, how did you make out on your picks in the
NCAA?
The Final Four.
Well, I got a little bit lucky. You know, I picked Kentucky early.
That's
well, hit down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's gone. Fair, home run.
Holy cow. Phil, that's awesome, baby. Wow. Derek Jeter, he was knocking him out during batting practice. Unbelievable, Scooter. Holy cow.
Atta boy, Dick. No, it's funny, you were just talking about him.
He's got 4 home runs now.
Yeah.
So I was talking before the game with some people about his power, and they said eventually he'll get it. He's got his 4th home run. Didn't he hit one his first game as a Yankee?
Yes, he did.
I think an opening game.
Yeah, in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Derek Jeter has really been hot with the bat. He had his first 4-hit night against Boston a couple of nights ago. We take another look at it.
That's a rope.
It's not all the way. It's just got to stay fair, and it did.
He's going to be a great one.
Oh,
I'll tell you, you know what really impressed me? I was looking at the numbers here on the stat sheet. He only has like 8 errors. And you look at a lot of guys, like the kid with the Mets is spectacular, but he really makes a lot of errors, the shortstop with the Mets.
Paul O'Neill to the shortstop, Valentine, 1 away. Yankees lead at 3-1 now.
Oh, see, I feel you keep scoring everything, huh?
Yeah, you know, you see that right there?
I can't understand it. What are you writing, in Italian? I can't understand this stuff.
This is WW. You know what that means?
What is this saying here?
WW.
What has he got here? I can't understand this stuff. Come on,
only
get out of here.
Throw it away. Only I can understand.
Oh, beautiful guy, I tell you. I had such a great time at the Scooter Awards, and I mean it sincerely. Thank you so much for making me the recipient there, Philip.
It was a great cause, and you fit the bill.
For the St. Joseph School for the Blind.
He's got it, huh?
Oh, it was a great school, great people we met up there.
I never forget the great things he said about Jimmy Valdano.
Jimmy was one of those special people who knew how to bring really excitement. Just to be around Jimmy, he brought a smile to everyone's face. And now that you mentioned Jimmy, if anybody's ever been touched by him, just think about the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
Pastorello into left field for a base hit. Vaughn up with it quickly. And another guy that just kills pitching from the right side is Bernie Williams.
He should have been an all-star. You did over 330, 16 home runs, 55 RBIs. You know, they say guys don't like to take those days and spend those days. They'd rather be on vacation. You talk to him, he'd rather be there.
This guy knows his stuff, Mercer, you know?
Yes, he does.
On the ball.
And you're right, Bernie Williams should be there. Unfortunately, there's just not enough room for all the all-stars around the American League.
Well, even in the National League, Sammy Sosa has 26 home runs.
Right.
See, I have a problem. Now, maybe you're going to disagree with me, okay? I talked to guys about this before the game. I want your reaction. I don't think Ozzie Smith should be on an all-star team. It's based on what you've done this year, your production. Here's a guy that doesn't start. He's a Hall of Famer. I love what he's done in his career. But right now, he shouldn't be on there over a Sammy Sosa with 26 home runs.
Well, you know, Dick, what they should have done was he said this is going to be his last year. They should have made him an honorary captain.
I agree with you.
And then Sosa would have been on.
Exactly.
Now the kid Rodriguez got a break. There'd have been a big stink about that. But Tony Gwynn, unfortunately, got injured.
Rodriguez deserved to be on as well. I mean, I have nothing against Ozzie. Ozzie certainly's had a great career. But the bottom line is his numbers this year don't warrant being an all-star.
Pino just missed it. Backing up is Danny Perez in center field. And he makes the play, so Bernie will return back to first base, 2 away.
Great acquisition. Tino has not even started yet to do what he's going to do. I was talking before the game to him. He has not even gotten hot yet, and he's hitting 280 and 13 home runs, 60 ribbies. I think eventually this kid is going to put big numbers on the board here.
Are you sure you didn't do baseball broadcasting in your youth or something?
I love baseball. I used to follow it all the time, Phil. I'm telling you, I had you in the box score, and I used to play at home. I used to go to bed at night dreaming of being near a Yankee hat. I mean, kids used to dream of that. And to think that you woke up every day and put that uniform on, number 10.
Yes, I was very excited, but I tell you, exude enthusiasm. And I tell you, I think it's great.
Well, I tell you, I've always been that way. I'm not going to change now.
No.
This guy's got to start producing. When you make $6 million and better, you got to start putting some numbers on the board. I mean, he has got to become a prime-time player. Right now, he's not prime-time, baby. He's going to make my all-bench team if he keeps going like this. He's going to make my all-shipped-out team somewhere else.
I think you're going to get a call to come back here and join us for the rest of the season.
I'll tell you. I'll call my Uncle Luigi up and tell him we got to get rid of Mercer unless he changes his name to Mercerino. We got a Calabrese here sitting next to you. I mean, John, who works with us sometimes at ESPN and ABC. My daughters and wife are laughing their heads off. My daughters just graduated.
Can they listen to us?
Oh, my daughters, I am so lucky intellectually and physically they take after their mother, not their father. Hey, they're supposed to put ABC up there, too. ESPN and ABC. They're cheating me.
We only have
they cheated me.
No, we only have a few letters that we can put up, so we just went with ESPN this time.
Bobby, where do you make your home? Still up in Oklahoma?
I'm still in Oklahoma City. I commute back and forth to New York. Of course, this is my 29th year. Actually, it's my 32nd year in New York.
Who pays your transportation?
I pay my own.
You do?
Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. I make such big money here on the telecast, I got plenty of money to burn. Sierra, long, high fly ball into right field, and the Yankees are gone. They do pick up a run on a Derek Jeter homer. Hey, Dick, thank you so much for being with us. You are an inspiration, really.
Bobby, it's great being here. And Phil, thank you so much. I love you dearly.
You brighten my whole day. That's a real attack.
Well, let's take a look at the Delta upcoming schedule brought to you by the American Express Delta Sky Miles credit card. And tomorrow at 7:30, we'll have it right here on WPIX. And on Saturday, MSG takes over. Then we come back on Sunday afternoon. We'll finish out the Brewers and this 4-game series as Rick Cerrone joins us once again. And along with Bobby.
How did I get to miss Dick Vitale?
I don't know, but
PTP, baby.
I'm worn out. I'll tell you that. Hey, baby.
I know. How does he do it? How does he do it?
He's got a lot of energy. There's no doubt about that. And he knows a lot about what he's talking about, too. So we had a lot of fun with Dick Vitale, who leaves us along with the Scooter, and Rick Cerrone is back with us. And the Brewers batting here in the top of the 7th inning. Cerrone, and it looks like that our buddy Andy Pettit has now settled down a bit. He's not pitching so much up in the strike zone.
Well, the one thing with the Brewers, they will keep the pressure on you. You're right, Bobby. In his first 3 innings, he gave up 6 hits, settled down nicely the middle 3. And this is the tough innings for him. The 7th and 8th inning, trying to bridge the gap to Wetland.
And immediately, Mariano Rivera gets up in the Yankee bullpen. Hit out into right field, but there is O'Neill, and there's one down. A lot of fly balls today from the Milwaukee Brewers.
There's the other All-Star that should have made the All-Star team. Came out and just struck out the side in the 8th inning the other night, Tuesday night's ball game.
Well, it's just a thankless job when you're in the position that Mariano Rivera is in. And I look at it the same way that I guess the manager who had to pick his pitching staff for the All-Star game. Hey, if Rivera is pitching the 7th and the 8th inning, which normally that's what he does to set it up for John Wetland, he has to give way to Wetland in the 9th inning because that's just the way they play the game. That's just the way the game plan is set up, even though if Mariano had struck out 6 in a row, they always go to the closer. I think that's kind of the way that the American League manager, the All-Star manager, Mike Hargrove, thought about.
Yeah, Bobby, I thought it would have been a nice touch. Not just a touch. He deserves to be on the All-Star team. But if Rivera gets on the All-Star team, more guys would not mind being set-up guys because they really take away the spotlight from the closer. I thought it would have been well-deserving for Rivera.
But I'm just saying, though, the game plan for baseball today, especially in the American League, that's just how you do it. And I think it followed suit, and that's what caused Mariano Rivera not to make the ball club. And John Wetland made it. But John Wetland's got some saves. Almost, well, he set a record, I think, in the month of
15
May.
saves
15 saves.
In June, I believe it was. There's John Wetland. And
but no matter what I'm saying is no matter what Rivera was doing for the Yankees, whatever inning he's pitching in, when the 9th inning comes and the Yankees are ahead, you're going to see John Wetland.
Specialties. Specialists.
That's just the way it is.
Off the back foot. That's what that cutter will do. It looks like a fastball. Oh, man. The back foot. You don't see too many guys fouling it off their back foot.
Jeff Cirillo, the batter. Another foul left side.
I know you guys were talking with Dick Vitale. Did you hear that Strawberry hit a 2-run home run?
Yeah, we announced that Strawberry in his first at bat for the Columbus Clippers hits a 2-run home run. And that's what the Yankees are looking for. And he comes off a lot of home runs in St. Paul. 18 home runs in the first 28 games, I think he played for St. Paul. Inside out swing, base hit to right field for Cirillo. With one away. Yankees lead it 3-1 here in the 7th inning.
And the funny thing that Strawberry did, he wound up, there's Bob Watson, he wound up hitting a 2-run homer off a left-handed pitcher down in Columbus. Probably won't have to face too many left-handers up in the big leagues. There's Watson. He said, stopped by just a couple of minutes ago, and he said, I hope the rain holds out because they're expecting some heavy rain before 4 o'clock. So the way Pettit is pitching, I think he can get his work done by then.
Jose Valentin, the batter. Talking about Strawberry, I understand there was a lot of interest in Strawberry in the last 4 or 5 days. A lot of clubs, the Red Sox, the Orioles, the Marlins, the Cincinnati Reds, hot on the trail of Darryl Strawberry, wanting to add some of that power to their ball club, but they weren't able to pull the trigger, and the Yankees were.
Yankees were, and I think also Darryl wanted to come here. He did a nice job for the Yankees last year. In our opening, I mentioned about the 40-man roster. And maybe some people don't understand what that is all about.
Popped up right side. Easy play for Duncan. 2 away.
So you're allowed, Bobby, and you know, I mean, you're allowed to protect 40 players on your major league roster. That includes all your minor league system. 40 players. Right now, the Yankees roster is full at 40. There are ways that Watson can get around that. David Cone currently is on a 15 or 21-day disabled list. He can be moved to a 60-day DL, which it takes off his spot from the roster. Strawberry can be added. The other problem or concern is that the 25-man roster, the guys in the big leagues right now, you have to make a move for Strawberry to join the team.
Danny Perez swinging and missing.
And you could speculate who will go. Well, the Yankees were carrying 2 catchers. Currently, there's 3 on the roster. So most likely it'll be Jorge Posada. That's not etched in stone, but that's a possibility.
Well, it could be a number of things, too. It could be, there's Posada right there. Could be Mike Aldrete.
Well,
it could be that the Yankees would make a trade.
Yeah, see, Bobby, the thing with Aldrete, when he was brought over here, he was brought over to be a left-hand hitter, veteran hitter off the bench, good pinch hitter. Now, all of a sudden, Sierra's playing left field a lot.
Shallow fly ball into center field. Going back is Jeter to make the play right in front of Bertie Williams, and Jeter is everywhere. And the Brewers are gone here in the 7th inning. Andy Pettit has really settled down. It's become pretty easy for him. And Rivera, will we see him in the 8th inning? We'll have to wait and see. The Yankees lead it 3-1. Stadium on Independence Day, 1996, and the Yankees in front of the Brewers 3-1. Jimmy Leyritz leads it off. Bottom 3 for the Yankees coming up against Scott Carl. Leyritz on the day is 0 for 2, is grounded out and flied out. Down low, that'll leave the count up at 1-1. Well, a lot of activity going on the dugout floor. Well, that's what happens. I mean, the old saying when the manager was in there and they called the team meeting, says, look, you guys have got to play and be loose and relaxed to play this game. But 3 of you have got to go. Not those 3, though. That's down low for a ball, 2-2.
Just to finish that thought on Mike Aldrete, he was really brought over here as a veteran bench player, good pinch hitter. Now with Sierra playing left field against the right-handed pitchers, you could use a Strawberry, a home run bat in the middle of the lineup. Still doesn't mean Aldrete's job is gone. He's still a valuable addition to this team. I think down the road, to win championships, you need those veteran players on the bench.
Foul territory behind home plate. And it's the first baseman Seitzer putting it away, 1 away.
Here now are the American Express road notes. And this is the records of the Yankees and the Brewers against each other on the road. Very similar from 1969 to 1996. Yankees fared a little better on the road.
I think at one time the Milwaukee Brewers were the Seattle Pilots, right? In 1969. That's Mariano Duncan sending it to shortstop. High throw, and oh, that's a nightmare for me. Whoa, Jose Valentin, that's a nightmare. I'm turning my head on that one.
Brought back some bad memories.
Did it ever?
And I mean, this is airmail. This is really airmail. Remember, the fans used to make a joke of it. Remember Steve Sachs when he had the problem with the Dodgers? But this ball, I don't know what happens. He misses first base by 30 feet, and a fan gets a souvenir.
Andy Fox will go in to run for Duncan at second base.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
So a 2-base error on the shortstop, Valentin, and the Yankees have a runner in scoring position, and Andy Fox coming up as Gerald Williams.
You know, lost in the Darryl Strawberry signing, the Yankees went out and signed the 16-year-old outfielder, Jackson Millian, from Venezuela. 16-year-old, 6'3", 185 pounds. They signed him for $1.6 million.
Considered to have the best talent, young talent in the world at his age.
He's going to report to the Yankees minor league complex in Tampa, Florida. A lot of people were bidding on him. You know, you can't sign players now. Toronto Blue Jays used to sign players when they were 13, 14. Now you have to be 16 years old. And I could see the headlines in maybe today's paper, tomorrow's paper. Jackson Millionaires, named after Reggie Jackson. His father was a scout for the Braves. Favorite player, Reggie Jackson.
And once again, that Yankee pinstripe mystique and history probably had a lot to do in signing that young man with everybody else bidding for him.
And you saw him here last Tuesday night. I saw him with his parents. And big kid, 16 years old. And, you know, Bernie Williams, I asked Bernie about that. I knew Bernie signed when he was young. He signed as a 16-year-old player out of Puerto Rico.
3-0 pitch inside, so Gerald Williams walks. That'll put runners at first and second for the Yankees, and Wade Boggs the batter.
Jose Mercedes, hard-throwing right-hander. Mercedes.
Scott Carl, the young left-hander, has started and gone all the way for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's behind 3-1 as the Yankees bat with one away here in the seventh. He's only given up 6 hits, but the Yankees have scored 3 runs on those 6 hits. The Brewers have out-hit the Yankees 8-6. And we're going to have a conference on the mound as Phil Garner makes that slow walk to the pitcher's mound. It could be, I don't know why he would want to go the right-hander with Wade Boggs at the plate, but this is probably one of those times just to stall so his right-hander can continue to warm up in the bullpen.
And maybe get ready for Jeter. I don't see Phil Garner making the switch here. Boggs is 0 for 3 against Scott Carl tonight.
Well, you talked about when Strawberry is ready to be brought back to the Yankees. What about when the rest of the guys that are on the DL? I mean, we've got a bunch of guys that are scheduled to come back to the Yankees after the All-Star break. I mean, there's going to be a tremendous amount of roster moves after the All-Star break for the Yankees is what we see right now.
Yeah, and the other person that we forget about is Tim Raines. So to me, Raines might just have been taken away from this picture. He's not. He had a little setback in the minor leagues rehabbing, but it creates more problems for Joe Torre. And how does he juggle his 25-man roster? That's his concern. Guys that are going to enable him to win the pennant and compete for the World Series.
Yeah, and speaking of Tim Raines, if Tim Raines cannot run, which that's his problem right now, how much can he help the Yankees? You've got to use those legs of Tim Raines to really benefit from having him on your ball club. And he's had a lot of problems with legs here in 1996. Wade Boggs gets a chance to hit with 2 men on, 1 man out. Boggsy looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 3. And pitched down low for a ball, so Boggs now hitting .333. Yankees lead it here at the bottom of the 7th, 3-1. In there for a called strike. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Derek Jeter.
Little high cutter. That ball's above the belt, usually called the ball. Watch as it clears. See where that clears? That cleared by the NY on the uniform. And Boggs very rarely will show up an umpire. I mean, he gets the benefit of the doubt of so many close pitches. He'll just gesture. He'll make a little quick one sentence response to Derwood Merrill. Don't want to turn around and show up the umpire.
Derwood Merrill behind home plate. And the count is 2-1 to Boggs, 1 away. A light mist continues to fall here at Yankee Stadium. And there goes Andy Fox, and Boggs fouls the pitch back and out of play. Andy Fox had a big jump at second. I don't think Matheny would have had a shot at throwing him out at third, but Boggs liked what he saw and he took a swing at it.
Fox has been trying to read Scott Carl's move. Maybe he's only looking back at second base 1 time. 1 look and then go to the plate. Everything was right, but Boggs fouled it off. Gerald Williams didn't run.
But nobody holding Andy Fox on at second. I mean, the second baseman's way over towards the right. Valentin is playing about midway at short. High, ball 3.
See, normally you don't want to steal third with a left-hand batter up because it's so easy for that catcher to make the throw to third base. But if you have the base stolen like Fox did, you go ahead.
Yeah, he had a running jump on that pitch.
Left-handers Graham Lloyd in the bullpen.
See what the runners do with 1 away. And that's what Scott Carl wanted to figure out or find out if the runners were going.
Good time to send the runners in motion. Boggs is a very difficult hitter to strike out. I believe he's currently second in the American League.
The runners go, and Boggs lifts it into center field, shallow center field. Fox will have to hurry back to second, and he will get there. He was already at third base. So 2 away.
Ball stays up a long time. Here's Fox. He's got his. It's not a steal of third base, so he's looking to find the ball. Makes it in easy at second base.
So Fox returns to second. Williams returns to first. 2 away, and Derek Jeter will be the batter. Derek hit his 4th home run back in the 6th inning. A solo shot to make it 3-1 Yankees. Got his average up to 278. And the pickoff attempt is not in time.
It's a little different now. Now they're paying more attention to him with 2 outs. Not likely to try to steal third base in this situation. But just cut his lead down a little bit and make it a little tougher to score on a single.
Strike 1 to Jeter.
Still their defensive alignment in the infield. Vania really plays Jeter hit the ball up the middle. Took a base hit away from him earlier in the ball game. If we think about Jeter, he hits a lot of balls to right center field, the right side of the diamond.
Jeter turned 22 years of age on June the 26th. High pitch foul back and out of play. Only 8 other Yankees have appeared in more games before their 22nd birthday. That's in the history of the Yankees. And Scrap Iron continues to look on, and the scrappy play of the Milwaukee Brewers. A lot of teams feel like that Garner has his pitchers knock down more players than they should.
They're involved in more fights.
Indians.
Yeah, they're involved in more fights than most teams. That was Jack McDowell. Remember Jack McDowell talking about the Brewers? He said, boy, he says, that's Gardner's personality. They like to fight with everybody.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and number 2 at the plate. And Valentin will force Williams at second, and the Yankees are gone here in the 7th inning. We've played 7. The Yankees lead it 3-1.
Top of the 8th inning, Derek Jeter looks like he's walking a little gingerly. Let's check his last at bat. You see, he doesn't get out of the box real good. That almost looks like it might be a little groin. He's a young guy. You know you're not going to come out of the lineup. But that just seems like he's walking a little strangely. There's Andy Pettitte after his 7 strong innings, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. The new pitcher will be Mariano Rivera. Here's that 8th inning again. The league is only hitting 184 against him. Hits to innings pitched, strikeout ratio, and base on balls all above average. New second baseman Andy Fox, who went in to run for Mariano Duncan, stays in the game to play second base. And here's Rivera again to get by the 8th inning. You know, you used to talk to a lot of the managers, and they said the 8th inning is the toughest one to manage because you don't want to go to your closer in the 8th. But Mariano has made it a little bit easier for Joe Torre and John Wetton.
I guess so. The Yankees are 47-0. In 1966, 1996, when the Yankees are leading after 8 innings. And the Yankees are leading 3-1. And Rivera comes on to try to preserve this game for Andy Pettitte as Andy's got a chance to win his 13th game. Jesse Levis, that is, will pinch hit now for Mike Matheny, leading off here at the top of the 8th inning. And Rivera, there's nothing really foolish about Rivera other than the fact that when you go to the plate, you better just gear it up a notch or two more and look for the big fastball.
And it's the easy motion that hitters keep talking about. They say we expect the fastball, we know it's coming, but you don't have as much time to react to Rivera's fastball as other pitchers. It just looks too easy. The next thing you know, it's by you.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The left-handed pinch hitter, Jesse Levis.
You know, it goes around the league. This is no surprise now. Rivera's been doing this all year. You have to face him yourself. It's just a smooth delivery, gets good extension, just like a hitter, gets good extension with the fastball.
Outside, ball 3, 3-2. Vina on deck, followed by Seitzer. And little tapper towards the shortstop side. Jeter up with a nice play by Derek Jeter at short. And no doubt, Rick, I think Jeter is hurting in the leg area. After he threw that, threw that ball over to first base. He started limping around a little bit.
Yeah,
you can see a little.
Yeah, something's bothering him. It looks almost like an upper groin area, but it doesn't look normal. He doesn't want to come out. You see that?
Yeah,
he's favoring his side somewhat. And Bobby, did you just hear what Darryl Strawberry just did in his second at bat for Columbus? Another 2-run homer.
So Darryl Strawberry, who is at Columbus today, after signing with the Yankees yesterday, has hit back-to-back 2-run home runs in his first 2 at-bats for the Clippers. Wow.
But getting back to Jeter, he's favoring something in his leg area. I don't know, upper leg area. I mean, that's the toughest thing for us, is for us to speculate on what type of injury somebody has on the field. We can only go by what we see.
Let's go just for the legs.
Legs.
And this is Vina taking a call strike. 1 away in the 8th inning. Vina 2 for 3 with a run scored. And his name was made famous after his collision with Albert Bell.
And I still think he was at fault also. In some
different ways of doing that.
Right, he stood right in the middle of the base path 2 times in a row, and we did a good job reporting it. PIX, that is. We showed both plays, not just the incident play. We showed both plays. It happened back-to-back times. And you know, being around guys on the bench, after the first time it happened, you know, the bench and the coaches are saying, hey, don't run into a double play. Go after this guy. Don't let him just tag you. So that might have egged Bell on a little bit more. And the next time he was not going to let him just tag him and make the double play.
Up high, 2-2. On deck is Seitzer.
There's Jeter again. Looks like he's favoring
maybe the left leg. Maybe in the heel area. Obviously, right now, it's not bad enough for him to come out of the game. Yankees lead at 3-1, 1 away here in the 8th. Oh, Tapper back to Rivera. Now there's 2 down.
He's a good athlete on the mound. And remember the spectacular play he made to end a ball game early. He gets himself in good fielding position. He becomes an extra infielder. Releases the ball. Now he becomes an infielder. And he's quick to react. Quick feet.
And in good position there to make that play. We'll Tapper back to the mound. Kevin Seitzer 1 for 3. Strike 1 to Seitzer.
It's getting worse right now. And you would imagine somebody in their dugout can see that, the way he's reacted the last couple times. But again, he's a youngster. He doesn't want to come out of the ball game.
And it could come
you can look at Popeye's expression almost.
It couldn't come at a worse time if he is injured where he can't play, because he's swinging the bat so good now. And he's in that zone, you know, that hitter zone. When he goes to play, he feels like he's going to hit the ball hard each and every time. 0-2 count, Seitzer up high. Willie Randolph, the infield coach, along with Jose Cardinal, El Stottlemyre along there. Look at a breaking ball outside corner. Seitzer is gone. And another strikeout for Rivera as he mows down the Brewers here in the 8th. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees lead at 3-1. The 8th inning, a lot happening around the New York Yankees as the Yankees play on Independence Day. Paul O'Neill will be the leadoff batter. Derek Jeter, who appears to be bothered by something with his leg. This was in between the innings. And that's, is that Sierra?
And sometimes it might be a veteran guy going to say, hey, you can't make it. Let's get it out. Let's get iced on. Don't be a hero. It's too early.
Uh-oh. And then Paul O'Neill takes one off the wrist on an inside high fastball from Scott Carl. And he appears to be all right. It may have caught a bit of the handle, too, of the bat. I mean to tell you, that's, what is that? In the last 4 days, 3 Yankees have been hit in the hand by a pitched ball. I think that got some of the bat, too, didn't it?
No, it couldn't have. He wouldn't be going down to first base.
Well, I know, but, you know, he'd be shaking his hand a little bit.
You mentioned that, too. Yeah, Leyritz gets hit in the
knob
wrist.
of the bat.
Tino Martinez got hit, and now O'Neill just trying to stretch. You see Matt Howard also getting loose. What the Yankees would have to do is probably put Fox at shortstop and move Howard to second base.
So Paul O'Neill, it may have been a glancing blow off his left forearm. And that's probably going to be all for Scott Carl, with Garner on his way to the mound. A right-hander is warming up, and he's made the decision and the move to bring in another pitcher to face Bernie Williams. Graham Lloyd will come into the game. An Aussie from down under. And the youngster Scott Carl will leave the game, and he's done a nice job. New pitcher Graham Lloyd will face Bernie Williams with nobody out here at the bottom of the 8th inning. O'Neill on at first base. High breaking ball. Bernie Williams is 1 for 3. Take a look at the record and stats of Graham Lloyd. 6'8" left-hander. And Bernie Williams fouls the ball back and out of play. Bernie from the right side, batting .453 coming into today's ball game, and he's got 1 out of 3 in the base hit department against Scott Carl, who was a left-hander.
Yeah, it's a tough league when you go 1 for 3 and you come down.
You come way down.
Hitting .333 on the season. Now you mentioned from down under. That's an expression you use for a sidearm pitcher that comes from way low. But he's really from down under, from Australia.
Graham Lloyd along with
yeah, Mark Hutton.
Mark Hutton and also Dave Nielsen with the Milwaukee Brewers. Now the count is 3-1 to Bernie. Nobody out. On deck is Tino Martinez.
There's his updated stats. .449, but 11 of his 16 home runs from the right side of the plate. He'll be sitting on a fastball in this situation.
Bernie's natural side is the right side. That's way out of the strike zone, ball 4. Now the Yankees with runners at first and second. Still nobody out.
Gives us a chance to look at the Jeep game summary. Good pitching today. Milwaukee got an early 1-0 lead in the first. John Jaha, an RBI double. Paul O'Neill got us right back with a home run in the first. 1-1 ball game. Mariano Duncan, the RBI single. Derek Jeter, the solo home run in the 6th, and that's where we stand, 3-1. Yankees on top.
And Mariano Rivera pitching now for the Yankees, taking over from Andy Pettit in the 8th inning. Tino swings at the first pitch, pops it back behind home plate, and Levis will run out of room. So Martinez is looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 3. And another right-hander warming up for the Brewers.
Graham Lloyd on the season's done a great job against left-handed batters. Just hitting 184 on the season. Right-hand hitters almost 100 points higher. He throws that cut fastball. A lot of the Brewer pitchers like the little cut fastball that's really a true slider.
That pitch catches the inside corner. Now it's 0-2. Don Rowe looking on for the Brewers.
You give him that pitch, he's going to be real tough to hit. We haven't mentioned Durwood's name a lot today. He's done a nice job behind the plate.
Is that a sign that they're doing a nice job?
Yeah, when you don't hear from them, you don't have to question any of their calls. That's the way they really like it. Stay out of the limelight, let the players play the game, and it's moving along. You know, it's unbelievable. They talk about how many runs are scored and this and that. If the pitchers make quality pitches and work ahead in the count, they'll be good, well-pitched ball games.
Well, I'm glad they've gotten rid of that red jersey that the umpires now wear, or used to wear early on in the season. And Tino delivers left field for a base hit. O'Neill around third. He will score. The Yankees will lead it 4-1. So Tino Martinez is serving up a base hit in the left field. And Tino now stretches his RBI total to 61.
Fastball out of the, it looks maybe even the cutter away from Tino. Doesn't hit it hard, but see how he just follows the ball. It's away from him, didn't try to pull it. We mentioned Lloyd, very tough on left-hand hitters all year. Gets the big RBI single.
Ruben Sierra, the batter. Jesse Levis go out and talk to Lloyd, and O'Neill, who got on leading off this inning by hit pitch, seems to be all right.
2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 1 hit back.
Now what do you do here? Do you go to your right-hander? I mean, you've got Bernie down at second. You got Tino on at first. Still nobody out, and even though Sierra is struggling a bit, he's hitting better from the right side.
I think with the no-out situation, if you turn Sierra around, it's easier for him to pull the ball and advance the runners. They think with Lloyd, I think they still think they can get the ground ball double play from Sierra.
Sierra, a free swinger. Hits this one into right field. Miske backing up. Bernie tags, and he will go to third. Nice base running play by Bernie Williams, taking advantage of Miske backing up and not on balance as he makes his throw back to the infield. So now the Yankees have runners at first and third and only one down.
Nice job of Bernie, but also a nice job of Ruben Sierra trying to take the ball the other way. He stepped in the barrel, but look, he's making an effort to go the other way. You know, this is team baseball. Doesn't really get shown in the box scores, but that's it. Add on to your lead. Willie lets him know to hit the dirt and slide. Team baseball. Do the little things and you win baseball games.
And that's what the Yankees have been doing all year long. The little thing. And they enjoy a 5-game lead in the American League East. Jimmy Leyritz bats. He's 0 for 3. Chance to knock in a run and a nice swing, but fouls it back out of play. Well, an interesting situation here. The Brewers with a right-hander in the bullpen. He could come out, you know, bring it in to face Leyritz, but Aldretti's sitting on the bench.
Mercedes has been warming up in the bullpen the last 2 innings, has not been brought in to face the right-hand hitters.
Of course, you got Andy Fox, too, batting behind him, the left-handed batter. So the percentage play would not really be in order for the Brewers, and that's one of the nice things about the Yankees and what Joe Torre wanted. You know, he wanted Aldretti to be able to come off the bench And he wanted that good left-handed bat to be able to use him in case a situation of some sorts would arise. Now the count is 2-1 to Leyritz. Well, when you got that ammunition and your depth on the bench, it really does help out, and it forces or doesn't force managers to make too many moves against you. 2-2 now to Leyritz. I guess the best club I ever played on, you know, the 1980-81 ball clubs where we had so much firepower, it was unbelievable. No matter what the other manager did, we could counter with something better. Foul territory, first base side. Seitzer puts it away. So 2 away. Leyritz doesn't get the job done, and Andy Fox will get a shot.
And you got Andy Fox. And nice job by Lloyd. Leyritz went out of the strike zone, trying to look for a ball up in the strike zone, maybe to hit the sacrifice fly. He knows it just reached up a little bit too high. See, that's almost like a free RBI down there in third. A freebie. Just hit a long fly ball in the outfield. You add on a run. And they always talk about 4-run, try to get a 5-run lead. Right now the Yankees have a 3-run lead, but keep it away from a grand slam home run to tie you up.
There are 2 things that the batter likes when you've got a runner at third base with less than 2 outs. Of course, you like the RBI, but if you don't hit that home run, but you do hit it deep enough, it's still not an at-bat for you. So it doesn't count against you. Andy Fox pops the first pitch up into center field. Coming on is Perez, but back is Valentin, who takes it. And the Yankees are gone, but they put 1 on the board. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning. It'll either be Rivera or Wetland, and the Yankees lead it 4-1.
Yankees baseball has been brought to you by New Miller Beer, the brand new beer from Miller with big flavor that goes down easy. By the new Sunoco MasterCard that can earn you free Sunoco gasoline. Call 1-800-4-SUNOCO to apply. By Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota. By McDonald's, the official break of the Olympic Games. And by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. Well, just what you were talking about. Fox moves to shortstop. Matt Howard goes into second base, and the new pitcher will be John Wetland, the specialist, the 9th inning specialist.
Just a game plan, no matter what happens, and I think that pretty much tells the story on what Mark Hargrove was thinking when he made his decision to go with Wetland instead of Mariano Rivera. Derek Jeter is out of the game, obviously, with a leg injury of some kind. If we get the report before we go off the air, we'll pass it along to you. And that's the reason for Matt Howard joining us now at second base as Andy Fox moves to short. Wetland on to face the Brewers here in the 9th inning, and Vaughn is the batter. It's a 1-1 count to Greg Vaughn.
3-run lead in the 9th. There's Wetland. His last 18 appearances he has saves in. 21 consecutive, but his last 18 appearances he's gotten the save.
I mean, we're not taking anything away from John Wetland. It's just the fact that no matter what your guy is doing, like Mariano Rivera, they come in with the guy that's supposedly the guy you're paying so much money to close the game out for. No matter what happens.
The only thing, Bobby, you can't knock. I know he's given up 8 home runs. You can't knock. He's got the 27 saves. But the bullpen, and John Wetland's the first one to admit it, the bullpen has made his job a lot easier, especially Mariano Rivera.
Wetland making his 37th appearance for the Yankees. And the breaking ball swung on to miss strike 3, so Vaughn is down. And strikeout number 1 for Wetland.
This has been the biggest change we've seen in John Wetland over the last 10-day period, using more breaking balls. The other night, Tuesday night, he gets this 3-2 count, went to the breaking ball against the right-hander. You throw more breaking balls, and we talked about earlier. Don't just pump fastballs at the hitters.
Wetland has saved 14 out of the last 15 Yankee wins. And Jaha takes one in there for a call strike. I think Wetland's become more of a pitcher now instead of just a hard thrower. You know, he was billed as being the guy that comes in and blows you away with a fastball, like you said, Rick. Hey, you'll throw you the cutter fastball right here, the slider, or the breaking ball.
That's the newer one that he added, that little slider. He said it's a little bit easier to throw strikes with, and he has better control of it.
And he found it over the winter. There it is again. He just misses outside.
Now, what does it do?
Around over the winter, ripping a baseball and said, hey, this is the way it used to feel. Now I know exactly what I need to do.
And maybe Mel Stottlemyre had a little something to fine-tune that slider.
Sure he did. Shallow left field. Easy play for Gerald, and there's 2 down here tonight.
Time now for the home run leaders, brought to you by Miller Lite. When you got the great taste of an ice cold Miller Lite, life is good. This is team home run leaders into today. Yankees 69th. Only 12th, but 69 home runs. O'Neill had the home run tonight. Today, actually. I keep saying tonight. It is a day game. 4th of July day game.
Yankees have hit 2. Derek Jeter added 1. Only 2. Matt Mieske, the batter. 2 out here in the 9th inning. Yankees lead at 4-1.
We mentioned the slider from Wetland or a curveball. But what does it do for the hitter? You just can't sit on the fastball anymore. He's shown in the past now, the last 10 days, he's gone to a 3-2 breaking ball. Crucial situation. That gets around. Scouts see that. Hey, he's not just a one-pitch pitcher anymore.
And what does it do for the fastball?
Makes it look 5 to 10 miles an hour faster.
Yeah, you just can't go up there looking for that fastball. And if you're not on one night, you know what I'm saying, your fastball is not the 92. It's only 86 or whatever it is. That's the difference. Popped out of play.
You got to hear the opposition talk about the Yankees bullpen nowadays. They see Rivera. They see Wetland. They have some good arms down in the bullpen. If they have a luxury, they have a lot of right-hand pitchers. Maybe that can do something later down the road where they can trade for that 4th or 5th starter that they're talking about.
Yankee fans come to their feet. 2 outs, 2 strikes. 9th inning, Yankees in front 4-1. They come to get on their feet here in the 9th inning to watch Wetland, or hopefully Wetland to strike out the batter. That's what they like.
Now this situation, you don't want to go to a 3-2 slider, not with a 3-run lead. Fastball down the middle of the plate. You have a lot of fielders out there. Hopefully it'll fly ball out.
Fastball swung on, strike 3. So Wetland strikes out 2 of 3 Brewers here in the 9th inning, and the Yankees win it 4-1. Just the way it was designed for the Yankees to play this afternoon. And Andy Pettitte ups his lead in the American League to 13 wins. And Pettitte now is 13-4 on the year. And his next start will probably be in the All-Star game.
And also a little note on the lucky number 13 for Andy Pettitte. He joins Jimmy Key as the 3rd fastest pitcher to win 13 games in franchise history. Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry, did it in 78 games when he went 38.
Wetland strikes out Mieske to end the game. And we'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Yankee Stadium, the final score once again, the Yankees defeating the Brewers 4-1. Be sure to be with us tonight at 9 p.m. for the Macy's 4th of July Spectacular. Our next telecast is tomorrow at 7:30 right here on WPX as the Yankees again take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Now stay tuned for Bonkers, already in progress. Well, this afternoon we had a little bit of everything, a little laughter. We had a little power. And we had some love as Dick Vitale joined us as he loves the Phil, the Scooter Rizzuto. I'm Bobby Mercer. And along with the Scooter, and Cerrone and Dick Vitale and all of us here at WPIX. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow night.